Welcome back to the Time for Heroes podcast. Right, this week on the podcast, I've got Ryan Breslin of the K's, probably one of the most hard-working bands going at the moment. These guys never seem to take a break, but we're going to get back to the start first. Early life growing up, what was life like for you, Ryan, growing up? Where did you grow up?
I grew up on a council estate with two brothers and two sisters in a little 3-bedroom house with my mum and dad. So it was like fucking strange raising our house. It was bunk bed after bunk bed. But no, it was good. Just council estate life, sort of school life. Met Jamie and Dexter in school. Fucked about, usual stuff as everyone does growing up on a council estate. And then picked up the guitar when I was 16.
Obviously, I've had Dean Fairhurst on the podcast as well. So he was telling me that you ended up in a band with him, Sly Diggs.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
So my brother was the bass player in Sly Diggs, and when they got the Who tour, they needed someone on bass first because Ben couldn't go to America. A couple of the band members couldn't go to America because of issues with the police. But then but anyway, that got sorted out, and they then needed a keyboard player. So I went and bought a keyboard and learnt it like the week before the tour, and then just ended up going on and playing with Dean and Ben and Louis and Pete, the 4 members of Sly Diggs, and yeah, it was fucking well good.
And that's so. I mean, you just fucking chucked that in there with just when I went and done the Who tour, as if it's an everyday thing. I mean, what age were you then? Were you 16 then?
No. So I was about 20 when that happened.
Right.
And I'd never played the keyboard before that, but it's sort of one of them opportunities that you just got to fucking do it. If someone tells you learn how to ride an horse, you fucking do it, don't you? And get on it and go. So that sort of not changed everything for us, but it certainly opened your eyes into how the music industry works and seeing all those places that you probably never could afford to go and see.
You supported you played gigs with Liam Gallagher as well in the Killers whilst in Sly Diggs as well. So I mean, at a young age, man, that's like a right good start for you.
I know I was fucking very fortunate to have thought them doors open for me. And it's because of the lads in Sly Diggs. That happened. And,
so have you got any mental Liam Gallagher stories?
We played with him in Milan and somewhere else, and then we played with him in Athens with the K's. But Milan was good because the Killers were on after him, and his son Gene was there, and we sort of all had a good piss up with them backstage, and got a little bit out of hand. But yeah, that was good.
Yeah, I mean, these 2 boys seem like fucking brilliant lads as well, man.
Yeah, funny as fuck. Like, yeah, dead chilled. All that Gene, man, he's just dead fucking laid back. He was cool, and then we just sort of had a good drink backstage. And Richard Ashcroft was there, and the Killers. Yeah, it was fucking well good.
Right. Well, that's brilliant as well. Meeting Mad Richard.
Yeah, he's fucking class, man.
He's one of my dream guests as well to get in the podcast, but he's hard to get a hold of.
Is it? We just played with him he headlined Tramlines on Friday when we was there.
Right.
We stayed and watched him. He was fucking well good.
I had Damon on I had Damon Mancello on the podcast a couple of episodes ago as well, so I've been trying to get him to sort it
Oh,
out.
did you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Aye. So how did the band come about then? How did the K's come about?
So Dexter and Jamie there's not actually an original member of the case. So we're waiting for a lawsuit to come through the door, but it sort of happened in school. I think there was about 14, 15, and they were fucking about in a band, and I was fucking about in another band, and then the K's, everyone joined the K's and then left the K's, the original band, the K's, and then they sort of stopped doing it for a bit. And I met Jamie. We'd been on separate nights out, me and Jamie, and we met in an after party somewhere in a house in Newton. And we just got chatting, and it was just like fucking daft o'clock in the morning. It was like, yeah, go on, let's start the band again, and let's just start making some music, and jokingly saying it. And then we just went in and fucking writ Sarajevo, and then we was like, fucking hell, this is all right, this. So we just sort of stuck at it. That was about 5 or 6 years ago, that.
Right. That's obviously, I mentioned I had Dean on, and I think, from what I gather, Dean's kind of meeting with your brother was pretty much the same sort of thing. Met him at a party and
Was it?
formed the band that way.
Yeah.
Eh?
Says a lot about us, doesn't it?
So obviously, like Sarajevo was your first release.
Yeah.
What was the plan then with that? Because obviously, like going right through your career, you've just like drip fed singles here and there. So what was the plan starting it?
What was the what? Sorry, what was the question?
What was the plan starting it? Where did you see it going at the start?
Oh, right, I see. So, well, we didn't have any sort of fucking plans or any visions. We just sort of we did Sarajevo and we thought, and it got a lot of playlisting and like it was just fucking on radios and you'd walk into bars and it was on and it was like fucking hell, we can make a bit of a career on this. And then we just always sort of drip for singles because we didn't really have a steer on what to do and the industry and things like that, like people helping us out because it was sort of self-managed for a while. And then we just drip fed them out. But now we're in a position where we've got people behind us, backing us, and a bit of a strategy. Like you come up with like a release plan each year and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we've got the right people behind us for release plans and stuff now.
Cool. Obviously, looking at your releases on Spotify, and like I've been through your Spotify and through Instagram. So the Instagram seems to start 2019. So between Sarajevo, which was released 2017, what was going on in the 2 years? Was it just gigging and
just gigging, mate? Yeah, and we just, as I said, that was pretty much when the K's were born. I know it was sort of going before any of us joined, but when we released that song, we started just gigging like the local scenes in Manchester, like we did Jimmy's in Manchester, which was like you'd fucking go around with paper copies of tickets, like 100 tickets you'd have, and you'd fucking go around, you try and flog them in the pub, and you try and flog them to your mates.
Right.
And then like we did the next, we thought fucking hell, sold that out. So we did like Gorilla, Deaf Institute, all like just stepping up each gig, like doubling the tickets, and they kept selling out. So it was like fucking hell, we can start selling tickets. And then I think because you're going out and you're gigging so much, that's the only way to get recognition off people. And if you can sell tickets and you can have people following you, then fucking anyone, a booking agent or a promoter or anything like that, that's exactly what they want to hear.
Mm-hmm. And how competitive do you think the scene was, but like then when you were starting it? Because obviously there's tons of bands around about that area. So I spoke to Roller, and I'm meant to have the Rosellas on as well. So I mean, they're off of your kind of general area.
Yeah.
You get cool.
Yeah, we played with them. Yeah.
You get lots of bands around about there. So how is it getting gigs, and is it a lot of competition, or are you all kind of looking out for each other?
I think there is an element of that when you meet bands, like for example, This Feeling had a big part of it, because I don't know if you know This Feeling, but Mikey at This Feeling sort of loved us, and they promote a lot of young bands coming up that can't get gigs on their own. And they just kept putting us on the places, and then they got us on at like Isle of Wight Festival, for example. They've got a tent there. And I think once you get into a category of like 10 or 15 bands on their sort of bill, then you just work your way up. And that's all we did. We just kept working the way up, just doing our own thing, getting on with everyone, and keeping our head down. And we're just fucking, yeah, it's where we are now. So
yeah,
there is competition, but I mean, I think you can, if you're determined enough, you can go out and fucking get gigs.
Mm-hmm. I was going to touch on This Feeling because we have kind of spoke about them quite a bit here the last few episodes about what they're doing, all the good work they're doing. So how does that work initially? Did you contact them, or did they contact you, or did they kind of notice how well you're doing and say, we'll put you on a gig?
Yeah, I think it's a bit of that. And I think if you get on like a festival lineup, like even if you're at the bottom of the bill, you're on the cards with them, and they're always looking for new bands. They're always like Mikey and George at This Feeling. They're always like on Twitter, and they're always searching, asking people like, do you know any new bands, blah, 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 and promoting them. So I think I can't remember how it came about, but we just ended up doing a gig with them, and then we just fucking hit it off with them really well.
Mm-hmm.
And they sort of seen the following grow with us, and the tickets that we were selling, and we're still we're still doing bits with This Feeling. Mikey, we talk to Mikey regularly. He's got some good stuff going on at the minute, so I think they're very supportive in that way.
Yeah, I mean the amount of bands that they're backing at the moment, it's like you could just follow This Feeling bands and you'd be fine for new music. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's it. And they're doing it like they've got the Isle of Wight, and they've got, I think it's Truck Fest. They've got now a tent there as well.
Mm-hmm.
And when we did the Isle of Wight, we've done it like 3 times now. Every time we've ended up, even if we're not playing on the for This Feeling stage, like when we played the main stage, we're just fucking straight to This Feeling stage, just having a drink with them and watching all the new bands.
Yeah.
It's just a nice scene.
Yeah, and it's brilliant to see that as well, because it shows you that there is music out there. I mean, there was a period of years where people thought music was on its arse, but it's fucking far from that, man. There's music out there if you want to find it.
Just got to look in the right place.
Yeah. So obviously 2019 then, you have 3 releases: Aurora, Glass Towns, and Got a Feeling. So 3 singles were in this like about 4 months of that. So that must have kind of, when you seen things moving at pace then, and you can see a vision of where
I think. Yeah, we just started to pull a bit of a release plan and thought like every 3 months or every 4 months we'll release a single. Like, I don't know, you go on tour in November and October, you release one, you go on tour in March, you release one, and then you do the festivals and you release one for the festivals. We started sort of piecing together. I think it goes hand in hand with the gigs. Like when you start getting gigs and being booked, you can start planning, all right, I want a song here or I want a song there being released. So,
yeah, you can see that. Like looking at your tours, you always seem to bring it. You've always got a song before a tour or whatever. 2020, you sold it Liverpool Arts Club. You played that, and then just after that, we had lockdown.
COVID, we all got COVID on the last gig.
Yeah, so I mean, the last couple of episodes, I had a band last week, and I've had Andrew Cushion on, and pretty much the same thing. Lockdown seemed to come at the right time. I mean, it gives you a prolonged time to kind of sit and concentrate on your music. What do you think? Do you think that?
I don't know. It fucked everything up. You think it fucked everything up, but now looking back, it's like, I don't know. You think everything happens for a reason. Like we were just about to. We was in talks with like labels and stuff before COVID, and then it all sort of went quiet. So everyone was a bit bitter about that. But I think in the long run, it's probably done. Not COVID was fucking horrible, like, and the lockdown, it fucked everything up on the live scene. But we've just come back stronger, and we stuck at it. And as you said, we made music. We released a song in lockdown. We managed to like record it at home, fucking individually. But yeah, and I think like immediately after COVID, after lockdown, there was still a bit of uncertainty like around gigs and tickets and stuff. So it was always difficult to sell, but we've just fucking come back stronger, I think, after it.
Mm-hmm. The isolation songs, like obviously you brought out Valley One. You had the Blossoms and the Coral Day and stuff. Up here there's a band, Mark Sharp and the Bicycle Thieves. They brought out an album of covers as well during lockdown. So I kind of liked all the kind of isolation songs, because it used to be musicians sitting in their house kind of putting something together on Zoom.
We did like a Friday night live with the K's every week as well during lockdown, which was just fucking an excuse for us all to just get pissed every Friday and sit on Zoom and talk to everyone on Facebook.
Obviously, after another release that year, and then 2021, you announced a tour in the summer, kind of June, you announced a tour, and you played up and down the country, all over the place. And that was kind of, for that, looking through your Instagram for there, I don't think you've had a break for then on. Now, like all the gigs, were they kind of gigs that were rescheduled shows for lockdown and stuff?
Yeah, it was a lot of so we rescheduled a few, and then we added a few on as well. But yeah, because the March tour sort of halted mid tour, we just postponed them. But it was so fucking good to get out and just see everyone again and sort of play to a live audience as opposed to sitting at home on your screen.
Yeah. I mean, along with that tour, you played Neighbourhoods, you played Isle of Wight, you supported DMAs, and you supported James a couple of times. To which point you supported him quite a few times now for that. So is that just kind of
So
building the relationship with the
the
boys?
DMAs thing, yeah, this feeling got us played a big part in the DMA's support gigs, and the James show. Our music agent, solo music agency, they John Giddins and Charlie there at Solo, they look after James as well. So
Right.
they just sort of put it together, and James, we just got on with him like an house on fire, and then it went from there.
Yeah, I mean, there are some massive gigs. You've played here in Spain with them as well, haven't you? Barcelona and Madrid. I mean,
Yeah, fucking hell, it
gigs
was a long
like
drive that.
that.
Yeah.
You played up in Scotland as well on that tour. How was that playing in Scotland? Where was that King Tut's the first time?
In touch, yeah, and then we did St. Luke's a couple of times. Just fucking Scottish crowds are probably one of the best crowds. They're just mad for it. They absolutely love it, and we love going up there. We're going to announce some more dates up there soon. But we always love going to Scotland. It's fucking brilliant.
Make sure it's a weekend. I think I missed your last one. I think you played a Thursday night or something at St. Luke's, and it's fucking murder for me to get a night off.
Right, I'll put a word in for you.
But I get a weekend up in Scotland, man. They're the best, man. Absolute best. St. Luke's is really good as well. If you've played that twice, what did you prefer, King Tut's or St. Luke's?
I think they're both sort of completely different venues, aren't they? King Tut's is obviously it's the famous venue in Scotland, but St. Luke's was brilliant because it's got like the big organ behind the stage and it's got like the balcony. I love that venue, St. Luke's. We did it the first time we didn't have the balcony open, and the second time we opened the balcony, and it sold out. So I don't know which venue we're looking at for next time, but it's going to be a step up from that.
Yeah. St. Luke's is really good. I mean, it's pretty new on the scene compared to the rest of the venues. It's only I've been going to gigs there maybe 5-6 years, but I love it, man. I think it's a brilliant setting. The following year, he started off the year. He played independent venues week. I think a few gigs were cancelled, and then you played a gig in Blackpool, and there's a wee story behind that, which kind of taps into that hard working band. The gig was on the rocks because a pipe burst, and most folk would just sit
so we
pissed, aye.
We pulled up and the United Utilities had dug up or whatever it is. They dug up the fucking road outside, so there's all cones out, and we was like, before we got there, they rang us and said, "Oh, we had a leak last night. We've had the emergency repairs done." We was like, "Is it fucking safe to play? Like the electric's all right, etc." And they assured us it was all right, so we went up, and the support band was on stage, and a pipe burst right above the drummer's head and just fucking soaked him. But we was in the pub, over the road, and we was like, we sort of went outside for a fag, and he was like, "Why is all the fucking crowd out? What the fuck's going on?" And one of our techs rang us and said, like, "You best get over, like, it's fucking stage is fucked." So we went over, and then there's fucking water everywhere. So the crowd was on the front, like, what the fuck do we do now? So there was a pub over the road, the Washington. They said, "Right, fuck it." Everyone in the Washington took our guitars and like a little amp each and just fucking played the set in there. There was like some bloke having a fucking gammon and egg, and then we all rocked it. It's fucking brilliant.
That's class as well. You've seen that a lot over the years as well. Like Pete Doherty used to do it as well. See the amount of times they get chucked out of venues and they just play gigs out in the car park and things like that. That's the things that the fans remember as well.
Fucking well good.
Obviously, you announced another tour that year and you brought out Hometown as well, which I think that's when I first noticed you really was Hometown. That's the kind of song that got me into you, and it's it still stands up. You know what I mean? It's like that to me is the sound of the cave.
Yeah,
I mean that song seemed
the
to
song.
kickstart. That song seemed to kickstart the
Yeah.
kind of sound, and it was a brilliant song to release for a tour. So, did you notice then a change, like like a groundswell in fans for that song onwards?
This fucking last year and this year when we've been playing it, like particularly on the last tour that we've just done, it's the song in the set that fucking goes off. It's like mosh pits, fucking flares. It's the one that sort of it's the fan favorite in the minute. So we've seen the change sort of in the last couple of years on that song. It's top.
Mm. How does the writing start? Who does the writing? What's the kind of process with that? And
So
what's the difference between writing a song like Hometown and writing, say, Valley One or Hoping Maybe? What's the difference?
um, it's a bit of a mix. Hometown. Well, I had the riff. I was just playing the riff, fucking the intro riff over and over, and I sort of showed Jamie, and then he put the verse and chorus to it. So we just both sort of came in hand. Valley One was it's somewhat similar. I was just messing about on the piano with the melodies, sent it to Jamie, and he sort of put his spin on it. He sort of writ it on that end. So I think it goes. It, Jamie brings a song in, or I have an idea, and then you show it to the lads, and then it all just sort of comes together in the room.
After this tour, again, just out on the road constantly. May you played Brighton, Great Escape. June, Isle of Wight again. July, out in Athens with LG. Lollapalooza, Portugal with James. Kendall Collin. August, Bangley Weekender, Reading and Leeds Victorious Festival. September, Mayor James Supports, Madrid and Barcelona. October, he played Manchester Albert Hall, Neighbourhood, and then finished in November in Shine On. What were your livers like after that 6 months? You must have been. What goes
That
on?
was some fucking run.
Do you have a drink
Particularly like
every
this.
show?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. So it just sort of keeps you going on, man. Like the crowds and stuff. It was when we did all that in Europe. We did a lot of them on our own as well. Like we flew out and we had to, like, you fly to fucking some mad country and stay at the airport for 3 hours and then jump on another. We did like fucking 4 countries in a day or something when we was doing that Sweden, and that Sweden run. But yeah, it just keeps you going, that thrill on stage. It was fucking ace. It's good to be busy, man. You know what I mean? A busy band's a good band.
Yeah.
And that run that we did at Victorious, Reading, Leeds, and there was one others, Camp Cohen, I think it was. That was just like 4 days, fucking all main stage, and then Reading Leeds main stage is like a fucking dream for all of us in the band. So to get to play them, it was fucking well good.
And obviously, looking at your Instagram, when you come off tour, like especially yourself and Jamie, like when a couple of days have been off tour, you are on Instagram saying that you're itching to get away and play a gig. Is it just kind of?
You come home for it, you're like, oh, I can't wait, get on for a day. And then you just fucking get home. And after day one, you're like, fucking hell, I can't wait, get out gigging again.
It must be some buzz then. Like, see being up on stage. How do you describe being up on stage playing your music?
It's the fucking best drug in the world, man. It's just seeing the crowd, and I don't know, when you hear someone singing a song back to you, or like fucking, I don't know, going jumping down and fucking getting in the crowd with them. Like me and Jamie jumped down in Aurora and stuff, and just being surrounded by people who are fucking there for all the same reason, just to have a fucking good time. It's, I don't know, man. It's just the fucking best drug ever. It's well good.
The last time I seen somebody jump into the crowd was Kyle Faulkner. Kyle Faulkner done it at the Barrowlands, jumped into the crowd and ended up breaking somebody's nose.
Oh, fucking hell.
But I've noticed that I've seen a couple of videos of yourself and Jamie jump in, man. It does look some buzz your crowds at you.
Yeah.
How was Shine On actually? My mate, he DJs done it Shine On, so I've kind of got, it's one of the events that I've not been to yet.
It's a well good festival. We did the Libertines, it's the one the Libertines had land in it. it was fucking well good. And like Pete and Carl from the Libertines like watched our set. Pete fucking mentioned us on stage when they played. So
Right.
it was a well good weekend.
That's brilliant, man. See, once you get people like that's backing. I mean, obviously,
I
Carl's,
know.
Carl's quite. He's commented on this feeling and what this feeling I've done. So he's obviously really supportive of these new bands coming up. But to have him kind of give you a shout, it must be another wee
Yeah,
not
it was fucking.
2023 then this year. I mean, we're only halfway through the year, and it just looks the same as the last half of last year, really. Released the hope maybe in January on the TV in February, playing at the rugby.
Oh yeah, at home. Yeah.
Is this a wee thing for you bands up there? Because Dean's played a couple of times at the rugby as well, I think.
Yeah, I think like they've always sort of had a couple of bands on. I think like Warrington used to do it a couple of years ago, but Hull KI got in touch with us, and I think we was playing Hull around the same date, so we sort of tied in well. But yeah, that was aired on Channel 4, and I know I've seen Dean doing a couple of things on the rugby. But yeah, it's a good excuse to play to thousands of people your music in it, and it's sort of. You know what I mean? Like, we got a video sent to us last night, like someone at Wigan Football Stadium and at Old Trafford as well were on the playlist in at half time. So,
Right.
however many thousand people at half time listening, if you get fucking 10% of them Shazam it and see your song, it's fucking good at it.
Are you a fan of the rugby yourself?
I don't follow it as much as my dad's a Warrington Wire fan, but I'm more of a football fan
Yeah.
as opposed to rugby. Yeah,
I'm not a big fan of the rugby. I watched it there at the weekend, Sunday. I think there was something on.
yeah.
I don't know what's going on with it, but I
You
started
run
watching the
into
full
each other.
game. I was engrossed, but I didn't have a fucking clue how the team won. I didn't know what the fucking points were. It's completely different for the other rugby as well, and it's all different rules.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I was bemused, but I enjoyed it anyway. And then another tour, and you released another single as well, Chancer.
Yeah,
He done that. He played the Royal Albert Hall. Was that Teenage Cancer?
Teenage Cancer. Yeah, that was fucking unbelievable gig.
Their gigs are always amazing as well. Who was
Yeah,
on there for that?
and there's so many people sort of knocking about as well on the day, like backstage, like ambassadors of Teenage Cancer and other sort of artists, and just everyone's just there for the right reasons, and it's a nice vibe. It's like a positive vibe on the night, and it's fucking well good. Yeah, the crowd was good. Kasabian
Venue
lined the
as
day.
well, isn't
Yeah, it was well good. And to get to play a venue like that, it's just fucking dreams are made. Do you know what I mean?
it? Soccer AM as well. You played Soccer AM. Is it twice you've done Soccer AM?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did it twice.
So,
We just done it this year. Yeah,
yeah, because if you got another gig like that, you would have got the hat trick ball as well, wouldn't you? So that's you fucked for that because it's away with it, isn't it?
yeah, it's fucked. It's
Well,
gone. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Soccer AM. Yeah, it stopped, and it's a shame. But I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of it. Like, but it was fucking. We used to love that. Me and my brother watching that as a kid. So it was sad to see that.
that's the thing. Like, see the amount of bands that they brought on as well.
Yeah, they was good, and that's another thing that this feeling sort of promoted with us. Like Mikey pushed for us to get on Soccer AM this time round.
Right.
So I think he's mates with Fenners and that. So I think they all. It's good to see supporting sort of new bands coming through, and even on Soccer AM like a Sky Sports channel.
Yeah. I'm kind of led to believe. I think Fenners has a lot to do with. He takes a lot of. He has a lot of the say in what bands come on. So like,
Yeah, he does. Yeah, yeah. Fenners. So he sort of promotes it as well. And if Fenners likes your music, and he's a good ambassador for it. So we got on with Fenners as well the first time round, and he was buzzing to have us back on. So that was good to sort of get the nod from him as well.
as well as that, this year you supported Blondie.
Oh yeah,
So
man.
this is, I mean, he's a young boy, man. You supported the Who, you supported James as if fucking, you supported the Who and James as if they're just, that's just an everyday thing. and then you go out and get a fucking Blondie support as well.
Yeah, well, Debbie Harry, she was fucking class. She apparently the band Blondie picked the support, so they put a load forward and they handpicked us and said like, we want the K's on. So that was good to get that recognition. And then when we was playing, like during our set, we looked at the side and she was stood at the side of the stage. The band was stood at the side of the stage, sort of watching us and bopping away, and then had a bit of a chat with us after it.
Did she give you any advice?
She was just fucking boogieing on like, and then we got a photo and just said like, keep going. And it was the Glasgow weekend, weren't it? So we just had a bit of a chat about that, and yeah, she was fucking well good. She was sound.
And then that's as I was kind of getting to up to now. You played right to Rome in Bolton.
Yeah.
And the reason I knew you were playing that because I had Roy Fletcher for Shed Project on.
Oh yeah.
Tell me that was coming up. So was that? Did you headline that festival?
Yeah, we headlined the Friday. It was good. It was a good do. It was a good turnout as well. There's loads of K shirts knocking about, and there was a load of new, like other new bands on and through the day. So we went in and watched as many as we could.
And is that like a new kind of festival? How long has that been?
I think it's been going about 3 years, I believe, 3 or 4 years, or at least the main stage. I think the main stage used to be in where the dressing rooms are. I can't remember the name of the building, but they opened the main stage on the square now outside the town hall, which was good.
Right. Uh, so you done that, and then you supported Cast as well.
Yeah, and brutal.
Families.
Yeah, we played with Cass before, but that Liverpool show was it was good. It was a bit of a mad place because it was like a car park in Bootle, like with all sort of houses around. So it was a bit of a mad vibe, but it was fucking well good. The crowd.
See, coming from Warrington,
Yeah.
what would you class as your city? See, like your home city, is it Manchester or Liverpool?
Yeah, we're bang in the middle, but we've always sort of done Manchester because that's where we first gigged. Like we did Jimmy's and we worked up the Manchester scene. But now we're sort of splitting the both of them. Like we announced Academy One, which sold out, and then so we're looking at you do like one city, one tour, and the other city, the other tour. But the Liverpool, when we did Academy on the last tour just gone, that got upgraded to Academy One, and it sold out on the same day. The extra tickets, so the Liverpool scene's growing just as much now.
What's coming up next then?
So we've got a tour. Well, we've got the Academy show. Obviously, we're going to finish festival season, and then we've got some dates coming up later in the year.
Playing up in Dunfermline, actually, aren't you? You're playing Scotland, some at PJ Malloy's.
Yeah, we've got a little run of intimate shows. So we're in the middle of that at the minute. We did like Milton Keynes, Stockton. We've got like 3 or 4 of them left, I think. And then we've got about, I don't know, 5 or 6 festivals. And then we hit a run of dates later in the year to coincide with some new music coming out.
Mm-hmm. And then you get Manchester Academy the 24th of November.
Yeah.
You'll do it. Is that going to be like your big thing?
Yeah. Gonna get flamethrower guitars and everything. Yeah, we were sort of like the last Manchester date that we did was Albert Hall in Manchester, and when we released it, it was just after lockdown, so ticket sales didn't go out as fast as we thought because I think there's a lot of uncertainty. And this time we announced it, so we was like, "Is it going to sell straight away?" And within the hour, 55% of it went, and then by the end of close of play, it was sold out. So it was like, "Fuck."
Yeah, I mean that's like as you say, for using that as your hometown, it must be like a sense of pride to think you sell that out in that like that.
Yeah, I don't think any band's done it with. Well, I don't know of any band without an album and stuff out. So it's fucking unreal. Last band I think I went watching Fratelli's there. That was the last time I went in there. It's a big room, like. But yeah, can't wait for that one.
You did touch on that about albums. What's happening? Can we expect an album anytime soon?
Yeah. So it's in the works at the minute, and it's coming out. It's gonna be out soon. Can't really give any dates on that.
I don't want you getting yourself in trouble for. But as long as people know that it's coming, that's enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's coming, man. It's gonna be fucking number one.
And then that's when these gigs will really step up. Obviously, I heard you on another podcast and you're talking about Scottish gigs. Obviously, we touched on King Tut's and St Luke's, and I'm pretty sure some point in that interview you said that you wanted to play Celtic Park.
Yeah, Celtic Park will do.
So I would get that sorted. You should get yourself up for a game. They'll get you on the pitch and you can do the half-time draw and all that and play a song.
Yeah, that'll do. That'll do us.
So, obviously, the podcast called Time for Heroes.
Yeah.
At the end of the episode, I asked my guests to pick 4 heroes to come for dinner, why they're your heroes, and what would you cook for them? I know you've struggled with this because you text me, but you've got nothing to worry about.
Who would I have? I'd have Eric Cantona, Keith Richards, Prince, and let's throw one of the Spice Girls in there to fucking make it a bit of a laugh.
They're brilliant as well. Eric Cantona and Keith Richards together would be.
That's what I mean, man. Who wouldn't want to see that?
And Prince as well. Prince and Keith Richards together as well, just bouncing off each other with the guitar. Man.
Yeah.
What Spice Girl did you say? Jerry Halliwell?
Let's go Mel C. We're playing with Mel C later in the year, so let's go for her.
Right. That's actually touching on that Mel C, because obviously when you supported James, another guy that was on that lineup was Brian Adams as well, with the Mel C connection. So there's another legend just to chuck in.
Fucking Brian Adams, what a guy! Yeah, he was unfucking believable.
What are you cooking What are you cooking your guests as well?
Let's go spag ball.
Spag ball, that's classic. See the people that you get, these people that pick fancy meals and all that, but see like the kind of classics, Sunday dinner, spag ball.
Can't go wrong with a spag ball, can you?
Aye, absolute class. Before we go, just can you let people know where they can get a hold of you if they want to get in touch?
Yeah, so Instagram, Twitter, the K's official. We're on TikTok now, so we're pushing TikTok as well, and Facebook. And we've got a website, thek'sarehonfire.com.
Right. And this is, they can get all your links to your gigs there as well and merch.
Yeah. So if you go on our Instagram, for example, there's a link there to our website and it's got all the upcoming tours, merch, and sort of what's going on, what's the latest announcements from us. Whenever we announce something, that's the first place it goes on. So I'll just keep in touch with that.
Brilliant. Ryan, it's a pleasure having you on today.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for taking the time, and I hope you have a busy end to 2023 as well. And
it's going to be
the album.
No problem. Nice one, mate.
I hope you all enjoyed this episode of Time for Heroes podcast. If you would like to get in touch, the best way is on the Facebook page, Time for Heroes podcast, or on Instagram at Time for Heroes podcast, or Twitter at Time for Heroes P1, or drop me an email at timeforheroespod@gmail.com. You'll find Time for Heroes on all podcast platforms, including Spotify, Apple, Google, and Amazon. Please leave a review where you can, share with others, and more importantly, enjoy.